Welcome, dear Pisces. Today carries a gentle yet incredibly powerful energy that speaks directly to your heart. July 18th is not simply another ordinary day. It is a day of emotional awakening, spiritual growth, and quiet transformation. While many changes may not be immediately visible, something beautiful is already beginning to unfold beneath the surface of your life. For quite some time, you may have felt as though you've been waiting for answers, waiting for opportunities, waiting for someone to understand you, waiting for life to finally move in the direction you've been hoping for. Today, the universe whispers something important. Your waiting season is slowly coming to an end. Pisces, you are one of the most intuitive signs of the zodiac. You often feel things long before they happen. You notice emotions that others completely overlook. You understand people without them needing to explain themselves. Sometimes this beautiful sensitivity becomes your greatest gift. Other times, it becomes your greatest burden. You absorb the emotions of those around you. You care deeply. You forgive easily. You often give more than you receive. The universe wants you to remember something today. Kindness is one of your greatest strengths. But kindness should never require you to forget your own worth. Over the past several weeks, life may have felt emotionally confusing. Some people may have disappointed you. Certain plans may have fallen apart. Dreams you once believed were close may have suddenly felt distant again. At moments, you may have questioned whether you were truly moving forward. Today begins changing that perspective. The universe wasn't delaying your future. It was preparing you for it. Some chapters had to close before better ones could begin. Some people had to leave so healthier relationships could enter your life. Some dreams needed to change because something even greater was quietly waiting for you. Trust that process. Not everything makes sense while you're living through it. Sometimes understanding only arrives after you've already reached the other side. Today also encourages you to listen carefully to your intuition. Your inner voice has become stronger than ever. You may notice repeated numbers, meaningful dreams, unexpected memories, powerful emotions, or strange coincidences that feel impossible to ignore. Don't dismiss these experiences. The universe often speaks softly before it speaks loudly. One of today's biggest lessons is learning to protect your emotional energy. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your heart. Not every problem belongs to you. Not every person's happiness is your responsibility. It's okay to step back. It's okay to say no. It's okay to choose your own peace. That doesn't make you selfish. It makes you emotionally healthy. Today also encourages creativity. Whether you enjoy writing, music, art, photography, teaching, content creation, or simply imagining new possibilities, your inspiration becomes incredibly strong. Don't ignore your ideas. Something that begins as a simple thought today may eventually become one of your greatest achievements. Believe in your creativity. Believe in your imagination. Because those gifts were given to you for a reason. As the day continues, your confidence quietly begins returning. Not because life suddenly becomes perfect, but because you're beginning to trust yourself again. Professionally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, a new cycle is quietly beginning. One built on wisdom instead of fear, hope instead of doubt, growth instead of hesitation. Trust yourself. Trust your heart. Trust the journey. Because July 18th is gently opening the door to one of the most meaningful chapters of your year. Professionally, today brings encouraging energy, dear Pisces. For a long time, you may have felt that your efforts were going unnoticed. You continued working. You continued helping others. You continued giving your best, even when recognition seemed far away. Today begins changing that. Someone important has quietly been paying attention. Your kindness, your creativity, your dedication, your willingness to support others. These qualities make you far more valuable than you sometimes realize. If you're employed, don't hesitate to share your ideas today. Your imagination and unique perspective may solve problems that others cannot. A supervisor or colleague may begin recognizing talents that have remained hidden until now. If you've been considering changing careers, starting a creative project, launching a business, building a YouTube channel, or learning new skills, today's energy strongly supports taking the first step. You don't need to know every answer before you begin. Progress comes through movement, not perfection. Those searching for employment receive hopeful signs as well. Previous application may receive attention. Someone from your past may recommend you. A conversation with a friend, relative, or former coworker could unexpectedly create a wonderful opportunity. Business owners receive favorable energy, especially in creative industries, education, healing professions, online businesses, photography, design, music, writing, counseling, and digital content. Trust your imagination. The ideas arriving today could become valuable opportunities over the coming months. Avoid comparing your progress with other people's success. Your path has always been unique, and your greatest achievements will arrive by remaining true to yourself rather than copying someone else's journey. Continue believing, continue learning, continue creating, because everything you've been quietly building is finally beginning to build your future. Love becomes one of the most beautiful and emotionally meaningful parts of your day, dear Pisces. As one of the most compassionate and romantic signs of the zodiac, you naturally believe in deep emotional connections, genuine loyalty, and the kind of love that touches the soul. You don't simply want someone to share your life with. You want someone who truly understands your heart without you having to explain every feeling. Today, the universe reminds you that the love you give so freely is also the love you deserve to receive. Over the past several weeks, your emotions may have felt stronger than usual. Perhaps you've been thinking about someone who still occupies a special place in your heart. Perhaps you've questioned whether your feelings are being appreciated. Or maybe you've been protecting yourself because past disappointments made trusting again feel difficult. Today begins bringing emotional clarity. You no longer feel the need to chase people who create uncertainty. Instead, you begin attracting people who bring peace. If you're already in a relationship, this is a beautiful day to strengthen the bond between you and your partner. Life has been busy. Responsibilities have increased. Daily routines may have quietly taken priority over meaningful conversations. Today encourages you to slow down. Spend quality time together. Talk about your future. Share your dreams. Express appreciation for the little things. Sometimes one sincere conversation creates more healing than weeks of silence. Your partner may need emotional reassurance today. Don't assume they already know how much they mean to you. Tell them. A kind word, a warm hug, a thoughtful gesture, or simply listening with your full attention can deepen your relationship in remarkable ways. If recent misunderstandings have created distance, today offers the perfect opportunity to restore harmony. Choose patience instead of frustration. Choose compassion instead of criticism. Remember, the strongest relationships are built by two people who continue choosing one another even when life becomes complicated. If you're single, today's energy becomes especially magical. Someone may unexpectedly enter your life through creativity, music, travel, friends, social media, education, or even a completely ordinary moment that suddenly becomes unforgettable. This person may immediately make you feel emotionally safe. You'll notice how naturally conversations flow, how comfortable silence feels, how easy it becomes to simply be yourself. Don't rush. Allow the connection to develop naturally. Some of the greatest love stories begin quietly. Trust takes time. Real love grows patiently. If someone from your past reaches out today, don't let nostalgia make the decision for you. Ask yourself honestly, has this person truly changed? Or are they simply missing the comfort you once provided? Your future deserves consistency, not repeated emotional lessons. The universe also reminds you to continue loving yourself. Stop apologizing for being sensitive. Your compassion is not weakness. It's one of your greatest strengths. The right person will never ask you to hide your kindness. They'll admire your gentle heart, protect your emotions, celebrate your dreams, and love you exactly as you are. Pisces, you were never meant for ordinary love. Your heart was created for something genuine, something peaceful, something loyal, something that grows stronger with every passing day. Believe that such love exists, because it does. And the universe is quietly guiding both of you toward the moment your paths finally meet. Trust your heart. Trust your intuition, and trust that love is arriving exactly when the timing is right. Final message. Dear Pisces, as July 18th gently comes to an end, allow yourself to slow down for a moment and appreciate everything you've overcome. The past several months have not always been easy. There were moments when you felt emotionally exhausted, moments when you questioned your direction, and moments when it seemed as though no one truly understood everything you were carrying inside your heart. Yet here you are, still standing, still believing, still hoping, and that quiet strength is far greater than you sometimes realize. The universe wants you to understand something important today. Nothing you've experienced has been meaningless. Every disappointment has taught you wisdom. Every heartbreak has made your heart stronger. Every delay has been preparing you for blessings that required a wiser, more confident version of you. Even the moments that once felt like endings were quietly becoming new beginnings. Pisces, your kindness has always been one of your greatest gifts. You naturally care for others. You encourage people when they're struggling. You offer compassion without expecting anything in return. Never believe that these qualities make you weak. They make you extraordinary. The world always needs more people who choose kindness over bitterness. As you move into tomorrow, stop doubting your own value. You don't need to prove your worth to people who fail to recognize it. You don't need to chase opportunities that refuse to grow. You don't need to hold on to relationships that constantly drain your peace. The future you're building deserves space for better people, better opportunities, and better experiences. Professionally, your creativity is becoming one of your greatest strengths. Don't ignore the ideas that continue appearing in your mind. That dream you've been quietly protecting, that project you've been postponing, that talent you've underestimated, may soon become one of the greatest blessings of your life. Financially, continue making thoughtful decisions. Progress may sometimes seem slow, but every wise choice you make today is creating greater stability for tomorrow. Trust the process. You're building something much stronger than temporary success. Emotionally, your heart is beginning to heal. Old fears are losing their power. Old disappointments are becoming valuable lessons instead of painful memories. You're finally understanding that protecting your peace is not selfish. It's necessary. Trust your intuition. Few signs possess instincts as powerful as yours. If something fills your heart with peace, move toward it. If something repeatedly creates confusion and emotional exhaustion, walk away without guilt. Your soul already knows the direction your life is meant to take. Listen carefully. Never compare your journey with anyone else's. Some people succeed through speed. You succeed through wisdom, compassion, and quiet perseverance. Your story has always been different, and that's exactly what makes it beautiful. Walk into tomorrow with confidence. Continue believing in your dreams. Continue sharing your kindness. Continue trusting that better days are already on their way, because every challenge you've survived, every lesson you've learned, every tear you've cried, has brought you to this remarkable moment. The universe is no longer asking whether you're ready. It already knows you are. Now, it is preparing to reward your compassion, your resilience, your faith, your patience, and your beautiful ability to keep believing in love and hope even after difficult seasons. Dear Pisces, never stop dreaming, never stop believing, never stop following your heart, because your brightest chapter is no longer somewhere in the distant future. It has already begun. The opportunities you've been praying for are drawing closer. The happiness you've been searching for is finding its way toward you. And the beautiful life you've imagined for so long is finally becoming your reality. Walk forward with confidence. Trust yourself. Trust the universe. And always remember, the very best is still yet to come.